Dig or die. Is it worth a buy? Let's read. You are a representative of the Craft & Co company. You are selling automated fabrication tools across the galaxy when your spacecraft crashes into a hostile planet. Use the tools you sell and the local resources to build up all of what you need to survive and eventually be able to escape the planet. So what is Dig or Die? Well, it's a sandbox action strategy game apparently. That's what it says. And if you are a fan of Terraria and Starkbound or whatever the hell it is, you'll be very familiar with what you're seeing on your screen right now, because this is another one of those platformy, diggy, buildy thingy games, 2D things. $1.99, guys. I just saw this and I just thought, f it, $1.99. $1.99 for a game. Aye. So I just bought it. I didn't even ask the dev for a copy. I just thought $1.99, f it. Sold to the man with the funny fucking beard. Now, I hated Terraria and I hated Starbound. So after I'd actually bought it, I thought, why did you buy that? You just saw the price and thought, fuck it, you'll buy it, even though you hate this type of game. That's not strictly true, guys. There was something I saw. I'm a talent scout, guys. I spot talent a mile away. I saw something. You know what it was? I saw a turret, guys. I have a fetish about turrets. That's why I like tower defense games. I just love turrets. I just love the thought of a turret that is your turret, that has a big fucking gun on the top, and any cunt who comes near it gets fucking shot. I don't know why that appeals to me. If I was Prime Minister, I would have turrets on all estates where there was chavs, and there'd be motion chav turrets. And every time a chav tried to get out the house to sign on the dole and get all his fucking cheap welfare so he can buy his cans of Fosters and go and graffiti on fucking walls and all the rest of it and beat up old women for their handbags, every time a chav tried to came out of his house, the fucking turret would have him. But I like turrets, and this game has a lot of turrets. You build turrets. What you've got to do is you've got to survive the night. The night is dark, guys, and full of terrors. Yes, it is full of terrors. It's full of really nasty terrors. And do you know what happens in this game? If you so much as accidentally breathe on one of the actual beasties during the day, you know what they do? They take it personally and get all their fucking mates, and on night time they will come and rape your face. That's the rules. The rules of the game are whatever you attack through the day will rape you at night. Imagine if that was real in the real world. Can you imagine? That would be awesome, wouldn't it? What a rule. You know, whatever you harm through the day, when you go to bed on a night, it's going to come and fucking rape you. Wow, that should be an actual law. That should be a law of physics. That'd be great. Can you imagine the chavs? I don't know why I've got in for chavs. Well, I do. I've just been down the shop for a bacon buddy, and I saw 3 people with pyjamas on my way down. It's bad. Something needs doing about it. So yeah, what happens on a night time is you're wherever you are, whether you're in a house, wherever you are, they come for you in their droves. Not just 2 or 3, we're talking 10, 20, 30. Lots, guys. So before you go around abusing the wildlife, make sure you're ready. Make sure you are ready to defend your little house. Which brings me on nicely to the building in this game. The building is a progression system, not very intuitive to be fair. I didn't know what the hell I was doing for the first hour, running around, dying a lot. It's very hard, this game. But it soon dawned on me that you have to build a house. So I built a house, and I built some auto-sentry turrets to protect my house. And it was cool because when the nasty beasties came, my turret shot them down. But then a strange thing happened, guys. It rained. It rained, guys. And you know what happens when it rains? It floods. But it floods in 0.3 seconds. It's like raining, flood. That's how fast it is. Rain, flood. Oh, looks like a spot of rain, flood. Is that a dab of rain on my face? Flood. It's just flood. Flood! Flood! Your house will be flooded. Do you think you've got a house? No, you've got a swimming pool. You're not building a house, you're actually building a swimming pool. The water in one of my games got so bad that the whole world nearly did the days of Noah. It was like creeping up the world. The mountains were going under, everything. The water. It's floods! And I'm pressing the bell too much over there. So, I had to go spelunking, or whatever you call it. I went miles underground, guys. Miles. And I had to find caverns to drain the local reservoir. And I eventually drained the local reservoir and the water subsided and I was okay. And then it rained again. Flood. That's what you're up against. You have got to build your house based on the fact that it's going to get flooded. So a roof of some sort helps. The problem is with this game, you build concrete walls, floors, ceiling, but you have to support them. It's got a physics system where you can't just build an everlasting line of blocks out there that'll just support themselves. You've got to put up structural support or the whole thing comes crumbling down. It's fucking annoying, it really is, because it's like Kaplunk. You pull out the wrong fucking support, or a dog knocks it down and the whole house comes tumbling down. It's annoying. Speaking of houses coming tumbling down, the walls is stone and your laser gun can't penetrate them, but a fucking dog can penetrate it with its head just by nutting your wall. It needs work. It really does. It's got no doors either. I mean, I've yet to find anywhere to build a door. So you have to kind of seal yourself in and then cut through the stone the next day with your stone cutting gun, which is very neat. May I say. The mining in this is very easy, very fast, which I did like. I mean, I like the game, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad game at all. I mean, it's well worth £1.99 because, I mean, I've done 3.4 hours. I've already had my money's worth and I haven't even got into the tier 3 crafting yet. I've only just made a rough house and I haven't gotten anywhere near building. You repair your rocket and take off. That's the end game. That's what you've got to get to do. And you need to really, really defend your house. You've got to think ahead of with your design. You're probably going to go through 2 or 3 games of just learning how to build and how to survive against the rain, the water, the flood, and the attacks of the animals. The crafting is quite extensive, but it needs things like chests early on. You're also worrying all the time. You're constantly clock watching in this, wondering when night time's coming, because you never get enough done through the day. You need to build a torch early on because you're going to find yourself underground a lot, and if you have no torch, you're going to be dead very quickly. If you ramp the difficulty up to even normal levels, you get raped. Unless you know exactly how to build and exactly how to get your resources together. It will challenge you, and for £1.99 that's a good thing. So I'm going to give this the thumbs up. Doesn't look brilliant, but it plays really well, and it does need a lot more work doing to it. The developer cannot just walk away and leave it in this state. It needs work, and it is in early access and it's getting work done to it, which is a good news thing. But this could end up being the best of its kind if he needs to drain the water a bit faster. The water doesn't drain fast enough. It's nice. I like the water. I don't want it took out. The flooding is great. It adds a new depth when you're building and you have to think about that. I like the support structure as well. That makes you think as well. But it needs tweaking. It really does. But it's well worth a buy. I mean, you can't go wrong. £1.99. You're going to get a few hours fun out of this, especially if you like this kind of game. So there you go. Dig or Die is worth a buy.